Good afternoon, all. We are going to discuss about the topic access specifiers. There are three type of access specifiers. One is private, another is public, next is protected. The class contains a declaration of variables and functions collectively called members. All the members are grouped under the three sections. What are the three? Are is private, public, and protected. These three can be called as the type of access specifiers in C++. The first type is public. A public member is accessible from anywhere outside the class but within a program. Next type is private. A private member variable or function cannot be accessed or even viewed from outside the class. Only the class and friend functions can access the private members. The third function method is protected. A protected member variable or function is very similar to a private member, but it provided one additional benefit that they can be accessed in child classes, which are called derived classes. These are the access scope of the access specifier in C++. Private access specifier is allowed within the same class. It is not allowed in the derived class, and it is not allowed outside the class also. And the private member is allowed to access within the same class and allowed in the derived class and not allowed outside the class. And the public member is allowed in the three cases. This is the sample program which depicts the access behavior of the access specifier public. Here in this program, name of the class is line and the public members are length with the type of double, and the method is set length with arguments of type double, and get length which is having the return type and which doesn't have any arguments. These three are called public members of the class. To access the public member, name of the class, scope resolution operator, and then method of the class, get length. Get length will return the length. And next method is line, which will not return anything, but it has some arguments. What is the argument here is length is passed as an argument and which is copied to the variable length. And coming to the main function, your object is created for the class line, and the method, public methods set length and get length are called with the object with the parameter. When there is an argument, we should pass the value here in the calling function. And here it is not having any argument, so nothing is passed in the calling function. And the line length is equal to assigned with the value 10. And it is printed. The length is calculated and then it is printed for the class line. And since the main is int, it is with return 0. And when we execute this program, it will print length of the line 6 and another length of the line 10. Length of the line 10 is directly passed here. That's why it is printed directly. Otherwise, here it is passed, copied, and then printed here as 6. This is the behavior of public, where the scope is throughout the program. Or outside the program also, we can access the variable length. Coming to the next access specifier program, which shows the behavior of private and public. Here in this class, box is the name of the class, and it has a private member called width, and it has the public member called length, set width, and get width with the parameter. With set width is with the parameter without return type, and get width is without parameter with return type. When we define the function get width without return type, without argument with return type is returning the width. Next, set width with argument without return type will copy the value to the local variable. And main function which creates the object for the class box, and box.length is equal to it is assigned, since it is public, it is the values assigned here is 10. Then the length of the box is printed here, box dot length. It will print the length of the box. Coming to the member function set width, we are passing the argument 10 and it will be copied and it will be copied to the width and then it is assigned for width. When we print the box.get width, it will print 10 here. This is the behavior of private and public members. Coming to the protected can be used when we have inheritance concept. When we inherit the class properties of the class to other class, then we can go with the access specifier called protected. Class name is box, which is having the protected member called width. Name of the class is small box, which inherits the class of box. Their public member set small width is the member function, which is under public section with arguments. And get small width is the member function without argument with return type. When we define the function, double small box, return type is double, name of the class is small box, and the name of the member function is get a small width without any return type. There it will return the width variable. Then for another member function, set to small width with return type, double width, and it will copy the value to the variable width. Coming to the int main function, int main, which will be returning 0. Object is created for the small box, and the box dot set to small width with the value is passed. When we print it, the value 5 is copied to the variable width, and then it will be stored to width, and then it is printed here. Called when we call this, it will print the value of the width here. This is the usage of protected access specifier. Here in this example, so far we have discussed 3 types of access specifiers: private, public, and protected. Private access specifier can be accessed within the same class, and it cannot be accessed in the derived class and outside the class also. The protected access specifier can be accessed within the same class, and it can be accessed in the derived class, and it cannot be accessed outside the class. Public member can be accessed within the same class, and it can be accessed in the derived class, and it can be accessed outside the class also.